Ass Man.
Ass Man?
Yeah, Ass Man, Jerry. I'm Cosmo Kramer, the Ass Man.
Bishop's got butts. Bishop's got butts. Bishop's got butts. So good on the show. So good on the show. Purgatory. Why did you have to go to purgatory? Alien wants to know. Grand Admiral Thrawn, why so blue? Why so blue? Shooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Purgatory. Why did you have to go to purgatory?
It's time.
Alien wants to know. Grand Admiral Thrawn, why so blue?
It's got space kung fu.
Why so blue?
Space kung fu. Space kung fu.
With MakingStarWars.net.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net, and tonight we're going to be talking about the sixth spooky episode of Star Wars Ahsoka Tano, the Star Wars Ahsoka Tano Chronicles. So I just finished it. I'm waiting for Max and Rob, I think, to join us tonight to finish it at one point. That they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe Rob liked it so much he had to start it over. That could happen too. But yeah, I titled the
You think that?
sixth episode, Finally Find Ezra Bridger. And this guy's like, you'll have to watch it tonight and find out. It's not out yet. Ha! Joke's on you. It's out now. Right, Rob? He sounds dumb to us.
Yeah, it's out. I totally watched the whole thing, and I'm not going to pretend like I didn't.
No, did you not get to watch it?
No, I mean that. I totally watched the whole thing. I'm not going to pretend. You never can tell with me, can you? Can you, Jason?
I don't know, man. I mean, you're a ghost, so everything's metaphorical with you sometimes, you know. I'm like, hey Rob, can you heat up some bagel bites? And you're like, well, the lesson is live or die. And I'm just like, dude,
No.
I just want 3 minutes in the microwave.
It's another day in Purgle Dice.
Oh man, you son of a bitch, you did it again.
Something about these whales, man. They bring it out.
Mm-hmm. Take me down to the Purgle. No, Purgle City doesn't work. I thought Purgle City was gonna work. Purgle Dice City. Purgle Dice City is what I had to be. Yeah. So at the end there, are we going Pet Cemetery? Like, were those Stormtroopers at the end? Are they pushing around caskets? Yeah, I mean, you know,
they got those bandages on them, right?
Yeah. So yesterday, was it when you and I did the last show? I was like, yeah, I don't remember what those little fuckers are. I remember they're like little lobster people or something, right? They were like more like hermit crabs, I think was the better way to put it. Right. But this fucking YouTuber, man, this fucking guy, dude. I'm not even kidding. He goes and he like watches the show. The minute I do it, he tweets out a lobster, like, wink, wink, guys. I'm on the inside here. I'm just like, what a fucking shithead. You know what I mean? What? I was just laughing. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. Have a good time role playing me, but actually getting paid for it, you fucking asshole. Anyways, look who's here. It's a Nightsister.
Yes, my sisters have arrived.
Hey, where's all the kitties jumping on you?
They're in They're in separate rooms right now.
Hi, Max. We haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, you've been
Bitch.
over there on that one. What was the planet called? The Perineum?
Peridia.
Peridia.
I'm just kidding.
in the Gooch Castle. No. Anyways,
No flowers in the attic. Yeah,
oh,
private.
flowers in the yeah. Well, hey, Ezra and his sister. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Shut.
They got nowhere to go. They got nowhere to go but to make. You ever seen that movie Barbarian? I think this is how this ends, with like a barbarian Jedi.
Yeah.
If you've seen Barbarian, watch Barbarian. It's pretty good. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah, this is the one that I've been waiting for. When all of the stuff was floating around, you know, not a lawful wolf, more like a I don't know, a pretty wolf, I guess. Sue me. What are we gonna do about it, you know? But those are definitely the horses that I think that they used on set to make the wolf. So I assume that's what Ahsoka will ride in the next one.
The Heeses.
Yeah. Brian Campbell says he's got a little Dave Filoni head on his icon floating in the sky. I loved it and I hated it at the same time. Should have made Lars do some sit-ups, but Ezra was spot on. Yeah, that was, if you've been watching this show, one of the things that a source said was he's not a little guy. I don't think he's going to be doing any action stuff. And I was like, okay. But
yeah, you didn't tell me Spreezy got hired to play Ezra,
Enoch?
man. I was like,
oh.
I had heart in my eyes when I saw Ezra.
I was glad when Enoch
Yeah.
walked on, because I'm just like, good, Chris Spreezy's going to leave us alone now. We could finally have some peace. It's just a little bit of peace. That's all we need. Because he's all into those weirdo guys, you know? He's always like, oh, what'd you like? And then like Bespin's like, oh, he's just a Captain Phasma type guy, okay? And he's like, oh man, but what does he do? It's like, what did Captain Phasma do? You know, that's what he's gonna do. But yeah, but we actually got to the Ezra moment. I like most of the delivery from Amon Stefani. Is that his name? I can't remember. That's what his name is, something like that. And it felt like the same character, but it didn't feel exactly like straight up Space Aladdin like it was in the cartoon. So I'm appreciative of where it's going. He's got himself a good beard now, so him and Balin could like maybe bond over beards and squash the feud. You know what I mean? Sometimes if we just talk, we realize that we have more in common than not, you know? And just saying.
It's a good time to bring up our sponsor, Minchscape. Whenever you got a little Yoder that needs to shave his balls, use Minchscape.
Oh, God.
What?
No,
that was
never mind.
That was going around on Santa's show today. They're like, hey, he said there's those little people there. You think they're Grogu's? They're little Yodas? And I was like, oh man, if it is, and the source didn't say anything, but
the pop cultural impact that would have with a planet full of them. You know, you and Bess could talk for an hour about it.
Hey, that's funny. Yeah, Enoch was pretty cool looking though. You know, like I said, I don't have high hopes for the character being amazing or anything like that. I hope he is, but you know, it's a hard one to pinpoint if they'll do anything with it. But yeah, Jake says that Thrawn's eyes are so sick, and they are red as fuck. I mean, that is some High Republic quality weed he's smoking.
He's drunk.
He's just a drunk. I mean, that's what he's been doing out there. He's just been drinking. Apparently, he's got himself a little Jason Ward beer belly going, and these stormtroopers.
He said he wanted peace. He meant Reese's Pieces. You know
don't all of the stormtroopers like Eddie Van Halen's guitar? Like that's what I thought this whole time.
It kind of reminded me of like a cross between Flash Gordon, the movie, like. They're like Thrawn.
Oh, with the gold and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty good call. It is very Ming the Merciless out there,
right?
And I thought that the world was, Balin calls it like the place of storybooks and stuff, and it looks like Willow to European people, probably like South Wales or wherever. And
Two Towers. Remember the wolf scene?
Mhm.
Two towers. Looks like,
But
you know.
it's essentially, if this planet had a motif, it's the fantasy planet. And there's some stuff I can't talk about, but some of the stuff that's coming will be heavily fantasy based,
Like fan stuff.
sounding. No, like
Oh.
I can't say. Just
It
I don't want
seems
to get in
very
trouble.
fantasy. This one?
But this, by if anybody is wondering about the fantasy based stuff, by the end of the series, they're gonna be like, oh, they literally just pink on the nose with it. So, but anyways,
I do have something to say about Thrawn, though.
Okay.
Makeup wise, they should have given him like a hard contour.
Right.
So his cheeks were more sunken in like the animated series.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's fat. I'm just saying like.
No, I'm saying he looks like Elon Musk blew himself, but he looks good though.
Blue
As in
blue.
Blew himself.
He
Fellatio?
blued him. He blued him.
Fellatio, what are you? This is a kid show, lady. Come on.
Sorry.
No, from Arrested Development, when he goes in the Blue Man Group and blows himself. See, you made me mess it up, Max. I blame you. This is all your fault. But yeah, it was good though. It was good. This is like where the series has been heading. This is where my brain has been about the whole thing. Like the previous 5 episodes have all been to like get to this like stuff, it's all been the build up for this. And I intrigued
I got a question.
by it. Yeah, no, the answer is no.
And I'm stupid, so I need Jason to explain
All
this
right,
one.
stupid. Let's go. Yeah.
All right. So
Sorry, Rob.
no, it's cool, man. Hey, look, feels like home to me, Jason. Times in the temple for Rob. So in the Mando season 3, when Paleon is talking to Gideon in that room, and he's like, I have assurance it was Grand Admiral Thrawn, but like he was acting like that dude was talking to Thrawn. Was he talking to I get nobody's
Elsbeth.
talking to Thrawn. He was talking to Elsbeth.
Morgan Elsbeth is most likely the person, because she's the one who was talking to him through the space witch phone where the 3 witches are at.
Never seen her actually speak to Paleon though, right? So we just assume this.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty heavily like implied and a logistical thing that doesn't really matter, but yeah, that's how it would work, because she has the backings of those guys. So that's how this has been going on.
Yeah.
She was one of the last Nightsisters in the core worlds, right? And then the Clone Wars happened. All the Nightsisters get wiped out by General Grievous and Count Dooku. And she's one of the various survivors. The Empire rises, and then she goes on and she becomes a big manufacturer of the war machine. She becomes basically in the military industrial complex of the Empire, and then that's where she ends up. And so when the Empire falls, she's one of the people that's like, I don't want this to happen. This was good for me, and so we end up moving in. So it's safe to say that that's the connection. And then when she meets Thrawn later on in the series, they know each other. So it stands to reason that they were probably, fuck buddies, at least maybe at one time, banging it out,
You said this was a kid's show. Why are you talking like that?
What are you talking about? I never said that. And then no, but they like know each other before. So when he gets whisked away, I'm going to assume that Paleon in those moments begins the project to try to get Homeboy back, and it obviously just doesn't go super swell.
Did you hear them go when they saw each other like, "Hey, sister"?
Yeah. So what's up, Bluey? I like that part. But yeah, the Sabine arc in this one was very never-ending story. Like,
yeah, I enjoyed the episode as a whole. This is why I don't like rating episodes, because some have to set up other stuff. And
so what's your score, Rob?
Huh?
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
I don't know if you guys to me. I just find, and it's no knock on her, I don't think she's a bad actress.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's the kind of person that could pull off a one-person play You know what I mean? Off Broadway. You know what I mean?
Sabine?
Like, yeah, I just don't find her
Mm.
interesting. Look, you're bringing to this a bunch of cartoon lore and carrying here. You know what I mean? Off screen. I'm just telling you, the person I'm watching, I'm like, please don't make me watch this person for another 15 minutes
when
by
that
themselves. Like, they're not. I can watch anyone else in this series. Like, I'm interested in everyone, but she's just not a captivating. I put her at like it's like in the Marvel stuff. Like if you're, you know, you can Robert Downey Jr. All right, Thor, sure, Coulson even, but Agent Hill, no. Like, I don't want to watch Agent Hill for 20 minutes, just walk around and figure stuff out. You know, so it's not quite the same thing for me.
Yeah, well,
I like her. It's Shin that gets on my nerves.
Shin gets on your nerves.
You just like her makeup survives no matter where she goes or what she does, right? Like, she can be in the fighting all day in the middle of a fantasy planet with wind on her face. Perfect mascara.
No, James was like, "You don't like her bangs." I'm like, "Shut up."
I like her bangs.
I'm sure
but
you do.
it's the thing about that kind of idea of what they did with it, though. This isn't even like a critique, but it kind of goes into what you're saying. Is they do a lot of the never ending story, like kind of moments where she's talking to fucking Artax, basically, right? Artax.
I was hoping Deep Roy was going to voice the lobster people. You know?
Yeah, but the thing though is, like, in that performance of the kid talking to the horse and going through the barren wastelands of the bog, you know, as the nothing's coming and everything, you do have like the moment where the fucking horse dies, though. That's all of it works up into that moment, and then him pulling himself out. And like, she kind of didn't get that moment. She kind of just stepped on a rock, and then the rock was like, "Hey, I'm a person," and then don't let your dog eat me. And then she's like, "Sit, dog," and then she kind of got it. So I will say, I thought the episode was very good, but if I was to armchair rewrite this shit, I think there could have been a little bit more. Like, she kind of just did the wrong thing and then got everything she wanted. And I'm kind of like, that's a little easy. You know what I mean? But
well,
I guess she has
I'm
to
of
come
two
clean.
minds. Yeah, the character could have used more of a thing to lead to another, but given the actor, no, I'm good with the amount of time we spent on that. Like,
well, I mean, but once again, the actors are only good with as good as what you give them at the same time. Like, I kind of, you know, I don't know, but the martial arts stuff I thought was
yeah, she's good on all that.
episode.
That's not, I'm not critiquing any of that. It's just
no.
Look,
It's
some
just,
people have a je ne sais quoi, man. That's why they invented that word, and it's not
I
a
love je
critique
ne
of her
sais quoi.
ability to be an actor. I'm just saying, like, there's some people that you can find captivating, and there's other people that you're like, hey,
I got a question. Is je ne sais quoi? Was she like in the Jedi Temple? Is she from the Phantom Menace? What movie is she
you
in?
laugh, and Filoni will write in Master je ne sais quoi, right, in fucking episode 6, and we all got to sit here talking about it for an hour.
Hey, James.
James says, every time I heard the planet's name, I thought they were saying Drudia from Spaceballs. So, you know what's funny was when I woke up this morning, I turned on the news, and there was like a lady trying to say these aren't the droids you're looking for, and she kept saying these aren't the druids or the drones you're looking for. It drove me fucking crazy. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's she's got it from Suck the Blow, sir. But yeah, I mean, like all of the stuff that we've had, like, moving into this with the characters is built up to like this moment that kind of gave the bad guys, in a lot of ways, their
all
episode.
Thrawn had to do to find Ezra was to walk around aimlessly until he kicked the crab, and then ask for Ezra politely, and they take him to him.
Yeah.
All right. You know,
I mean,
it's a different Thrawn than I remember, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ezra's pretty much out there living like the Burning Man life with some.
I mean, those lobsters have to shit. I think Thrawn could study the shit and figure out where they're going. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I see he's looking at the lobster shit, giant human dump. One of these things doesn't belong with one another.
Yeah. So,
human.
if you're like me and
we ain't found shit.
If you're going like around your whole life, you listen to music and stuff, and then you can't hear anything anymore. I can't hear 95% of what Thrawn is fucking saying in this mix.
Yo,
I
love the mix.
I give my order, and it's like everybody says he's a genius because nobody can hear him, and they're just thinking he said to do the right thing all the time. And if they don't do it, he said that's not what I said. I'm like, speak the fuck up, bro.
Well, Jason,
no,
I know you didn't hear it because I had to turn subtitles on. But at the end of the episode, he said, "Let's buy Twitter." And
yes,
yeah, it was right at the end. Yeah,
you're so silly.
And they did that. They bought Twitter.
The Nightsisters themselves, when we see the first, like the three mothers that are there, they looked fucking on.
They did.
Like,
I was going like this. I was like,
yeah.
They look like
this.
Ian McCaig's concept art, right? Remember
Yeah.
he did those? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it, and it. You know, I wasn't like that looks expensive, but it didn't look cheap. And in this economy of Star Wars, just the fact that it doesn't look like it's the Party City version of General Mating's costume makes me happy. Because those are some Party City versions of General Mating's costume, and throughout all of this series so far, this whole era. And so I was like, okay, they look on. That's cool. You know, I'm down for it.
Me too.
But yeah, I thought their little like rope things that came out to tie what's her name up and like take her down the street kind of was a high effort, I want to say, for just taking her there. I would have just kind of kicked her down the hole and been like, close the door, you know. But
everything's high effort with them.
They've been waiting to like use that for a long time.
Look what they put on just to go to the top of a castle and stare at some rope. You know,
of course, that's what I do.
That thing's rope. So like, right? I thought, oh, it's like a laser map. No, it's rope. They're just staring at twine.
Oh, you got to Vogue for 5 or 6 hours where the magic won't even like start to turn on. So
you know every time you say that. Go ahead.
I thought was cool is that the fact that they smelt a Jedi.
Yeah.
You know, because like they considered Sabine like the lowest.
They smelled the worst Jedi, Max. You know, they stink. The bad ones, you can smell them. The lower the midi-chlorian count, the worse.
But she's a Jet, so like, you know.
Yeah. That Jedi needs some Vagisil.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh no.
Cut line.
Wrong.
Cut line.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the subtitles and see if they mention. I can't say that. I gotta stop.
Yeah.
My subtitles are in Turkish so that I can learn.
So Steven, hey, how's it going, dude? Haven't seen you in a bit. Nightsisters reminded me of the Triumvirate from the Robotech Masters. They reminded me of the three weirdos with the eye from Clash of the Titans, but I think Filoni's a fan of all of that stuff, so we'll meet in the middle and say they're both right.
Yeah, Elsbeth's little eagle ship reminded me of the owl house from Clash of the Titans, where it's very sort of mechanical and blocky. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And like Filoni loves Robotech. He's brought in like the antennas from the Robotech robot thing and stuff like that before. So yeah. So Steve's probably actually onto something with that reality. And then and then Enoch, the Destro thing.
No, Jason, it's called Macross. Jason, it's called Macross. Oh. They likes to sing jazz in space. We're gonna do that. Episode 6, we're gonna sing jazz in space. Can't wait. It's gonna be called Jizz.
That's like your idea.
Title of episode 6, Jizz Tale.
Is that how you got the job?
There's actually
I'm keeping the job. That's how I'm keeping the job, Jason. Know what I'm saying? Can't replace me.
You're right. Anybody could get a job. Not everyone can keep one, Filoni.
Now that you say Jizz, Dave, have you seen Jizz as Gem, but Gem as Jizz? The video.
My God. I'm gonna go hit up the art department, get Doug chugging around that right now. Dougie!
Are we talking about Gem, like the cartoon?
Yeah, but it's like a parody, and it's a drag queen named Jizz. Oh, very manly voice. He goes Jizz.
Was that the double feature with Forrest Hump? Okay.
I don't know if it's still on YouTube though.
Have drag queens just taken over the porn parody name title from like the 80s, 90s?
I think the drag queen, they've taken over all the parody names of everything.
Because porn just turned into, they got rid of all the funness when the internet happened. It's just straightforward.
Baymax says that's Enoch.
Yeah, that's
totally.
Enoch. Yeah. Also looks a little bit like Spreezy.
Spreezy as Enoch.
Yeah. Get that robot some white robes. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. See, like I think Thrawn's look is going to be something like disgust, for a bit here, and I'm just like, you know what? I think it worked, and that inherently isn't a good idea. Just making he's man and he's blue with red eyes. It's like, oh, and he has antenna, and his name is Zorslok. It's just very, very generic sci-fi, like look old Star Trek and stuff, and you're just like, like. I never liked the idea of it, and
I didn't.
So when I saw him, I was like, okay, that is working in there. It looks good. It looks like the good, like kind of Dark Horse version of Thrawn. I think that's what I want to say. It reminded me the most of from memory was like the Dark Horse depiction of the comic books, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
I had a weird moment. I was like, can you really imagine going from one galaxy to the other and like?
I've done it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's really not that hard.
And you're back. Why?
It was boring there.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like really stupid. It was like you just go there and then there's just like one KFC and then like there's nothing to do. So I came back. Hyperspace.
Perfect.
Hyperspace is colorful.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going space whale,
when you're space whaling, it's you're tripping the light. Fantastic. Right.
I'm actually very surprised the way they look. I wasn't a fan of
whales?
them in that. Yeah, the space whales, the Purgle.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of them in Rebels, but they look really good in the live action.
I like when they call them star whales. I don't know. It's very cheesy, but I do like it. I was like, yeah, call them star whales.
That's cool.
It's funnier. But
they taste so good.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's
just kidding.
Whenever you eat a tuna sandwich, just pretend it's Purgle.
Shut up.
And it's Purgle.
Oh.
If the Star Cruiser was staying open, I think that's what they would do. They're like, anybody care for Purgle sandwich? And it'd be just like a bunch of tuna and Miracle.
Yeah, well, in Avatar,
Sabine's dog wanted to eat. Sabine's dog wanted to eat those.
Avatar whales don't take that shit.
Lobster people.
Earth whales don't take that shit. They're turning.
Yeah, well, they saw the movie.
Yeah, they saw it.
What if it's true?
And they're like,
what if someone showed the whales Avatar 2 because they thought it'd be funny, right?
Yeah.
And then the whales are actually intelligent enough to learn. And like, oh shit, we can fight back. Like,
bro, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, people believe in a god, so it's not that far fetched,
me and my son, we were debating about the like caskets that the stormtroopers are pushing around. I'm like, I think they're caskets. My son thinks it's just food.
Why would they bring food for 1 day's travel?
I don't know why.
Why would they be in caskets?
Well, I think they're like getting resurrected with those hexes like all the time, so they're dying and then they're being like resurrected, and that's what and at the end, Thrawn's like the fucking threat of destiny. Remember that?
Yeah, those caskets are like they're bacta tanks for witchcraft, right?
Yeah, and so then they go in there and they like just
craft
one around the balls, squeeze it.
Oh no!
It's like, oh, man, I'm alive. Come on back. I feel this heat energy down in my crotch.
It's like Heaven's Gate, huh?
Now cough.
But yeah, and then there was a moment when I think Enoch is speaking, and then it like cuts to a stormtrooper, and it looks like the stormtrooper speaking, and I'm like, this is not a good edit right here. This is really confusing, and I wasn't sure.
That was my other gripe about the episode was there's some editing choices, like when Sabine walks into Lobster Town, and we get 5 reaction shots of lobsters. I'm like, you could do it in 2, like
Lobster Town.
like you don't.
I mean, I'm going to agree to disagree. I could have used 5 or 6 more lobsters.
I love lobsters. They're so good to eat.
Hello, welcome to Lobster Town. But those lobster guys though, they were kind of dressed like the snail from Neverending Story. Now that you mention it, the snail rider guy, Deep Roy's character, he kind of wears that same little outfit too.
That's what I was saying. I was waiting I was like, Deep Roy. It'd be funny because Deep Roy didn't get to use his voice in the movie. It'd be funny if this time it's not Deep Roy, but they use Deep Roy's voice.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was deep, like real deep. Like, hey, how's it going, everybody? We're just these little hermit crab people. And here's your friend Ezra Bridger. How about you tell that motherfucker to shave?
I was a hobbit.
Yeah. Deep Roy played Yoda in for a shot or two in Empire Strikes Back. and he played that little creature. What's his name? Tito in episode
Tito
7.
Puente?
The one who
Tito Jackson, Max.
The one who wants to fuck BB-8, and Ray's like, "You're not fucking BB-8," and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck him," and they're like, "No, you're not." That little guy in the desert, that was deep.
Oh, yeah.
I ran into him at a bar one time, and like I said hi to him, and he did not want to talk to me. He was just like, "Do not fucking bother me." I was
He's
like,
I know who you are.
Yeah, I was just like,
you should have been like, Vern Troyer, I
man.
love you, and then he'll fucking start some shit with you.
Yeah, I'd been like, Vern Troyer's dead and you're alive. What the fuck? I'm kidding. I was respectful. I'm like, he doesn't want to fucking talk to anybody. You know?
He jumps up in your face, like, you know, when they throw a gremlin at somebody, you know.
and he probably saw me and was like, this guy wants to talk about Star Wars. I wanted to talk about Eastbound and Down season 2. That's what I wanted to talk about. But
there's some good compositional shots too. I mean, like when the doors open and it's like that triangular shot. It's very Macquarie.
Yeah,
that was very good.
That shot was where it pans up and then to the skirt. I think that's a Willow shot from Nockmaar Castle. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, unless Willow was doing a reference shot to an Akira Kurosawa thing that I don't know about or something. But the way that it pans up was the same way that that Willow is shot. And I was like, is he fucking going hardcore Willow on some of this? Because I kind of thought so, but it might just be me, you know, just seeing a pan up shot. And
well, I wasn't paying attention like the shots and all that stuff, but it did remind me of Willow.
Yeah,
I guess Battlestar Galactica and Flash Gordon.
Yeah,
in another galaxy.
Yeah, and I thought that was, and I think that was a good way to go. Like the minute we get there, like the ship flies out of the Eye of Sion, you're like, it's this golden weird ship it's not even from the new place. They brought that shit with them, but we still haven't seen that kind of stuff in the normal Star Wars world. It's very Nemodian when they were doing the bridge planet for Cato Nemodia and that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Reminded me of that kind of like feeling, you know. And but when we get there, it's like, okay, yeah, this fits. But yeah, that place seems to be weird. And I'm like I said, I'm wondering like what is Balin's like plan? Like, does he want to take like the fucking fallen Jedi and fucking the guys in Amber and take them there and fucking bring them back to life? Like, is that his greater plan? He says he has this idea for something greater. And I'm like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's the Force, but what is it? It has to be a physical manifestation of something we can show on screen to make it happen. Because and I keep wondering, like, is this going to go Pet Cemetery? Is he going to bury fucking Mace Windu there, and he's going to come back and be a fucking crazy fucking motherfucker, you know, Jedi guy? I'm a zombie, you know?
Oh, come on.
What's it going to be? I don't know. What's going to happen, Max? I don't even know anymore.
I don't even know.
I'm freaked out, man. I'm freaked out. But it's gonna I no, but like Balin, so in this thing we see that Balin has his own agenda. He has something else. It doesn't seem like he really even gives a shit about Thrawn too much. He's just like, yeah, you know, he's there and he's, you know, he's helping us get here and do this thing. And then Thrawn's like, oh, how about we leave them here? Because fuck those guys. Like we don't need them, right? That's what he said, right? He was whispering.
Like, he said, fuck those weasels.
He's all, fuck those weasels. Let's just leave them. This is ASMR Thrawn. Is everybody having their coochies tingle on Disney Plus today?
That's his rank.
Like, yeah.
Admiral is ASMR. Admiral
ASMR. Yeah.
Thrawn. Yeah.
Yeah. I know James nailed it though. James is like, this episode looked more like Willow than Willow did. A lot of the time, you're not wrong.
Well, the fourth dimension hyperspace travel looked a lot like Willow, with all the colors and like the Metallica
bling.
Yeah.
When we start, they're like, yeah, we're gonna go, and they fucking go. Ahsoka, I forgot she was even in this shit. Was she was in the start of the episode, right? Was she? Can't even remember now.
Yeah, remember?
What was she doing? What's she doing at the start? I don't remember now.
She was leaning on her hand, talking about wanting to.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I was like, shut the fuck up with that. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, I mean, that's Colin Trevorrow. You lost the Star Wars. You can't fucking do that, man.
He just did.
He just fucking did it.
He just did, bitch.
I honestly don't care, but I did think that was stupid as shit.
I did.
I was like, Meg and Santa are gonna love this. Like,
I thought
just know.
the part that I thought was silly was when the little lobster creatures were like getting up from the ground and the music got all playful and stuff. That's how I was like,
Yeah,
That's George Lucas.
That
Stupid.
was-
So
It
that's the most
was.
Lucasy
I
thing
liked
there
it.
is, Max. That's
but I,
yeah. No, it's okay, Max. You're allowed to hate everything.
look. It's not Tony Gilroy.
I didn't hate everything.
Tony Gilroy would just massacre all those little fuckers. You know what I mean? And be done. He would let the wolf eat them. You know, but old Lucas.
Oh, he wanted to eat them. He kept wanting looking at them and going,
Yeah, I know. Made me hungry. I was like, stop licking your chops. I gotta watch this show.
So
Time for food.
This is the Noti show. Yeah, that was what was funny was when I heard of them and like that set, it was called the thing was called Nodia. But I heard it with a D, Nodia, not Notia. See what I'm saying? Easy mistake. But yeah, I liked him. I don't know if anybody's gonna dig him or not, but I liked how weird it was. I mean, are they gonna? I'm assuming they're gonna pull an Ewok with them, and that they're gonna help in the end battle, or like the witch
Sabine.
magic doesn't work on rocks. Jedi lift rocks. I think that's the natural team up. Just gonna throw it out there. That's some tagging in shit right there. Rock people with Jedis who lift rocks. They're gonna pick them up and just like throw them at shit. Like,
or do they start singing because they're Jedi rocks? Right?
Yeah, that's also possible. Good point, Rob. I like where your head's at in this. We need to get Filoni on the line while you're hot because he needs to write this stuff down.
He's
it's
hunting
Rider
down
Strike.
Dougie Chang asking about.
Dougie Chang.
Yeah, asking about
Is it
jizz. He's busy.
Yeah, but yeah, they're trying to remember like if there was anything else like in the show that was like really that I'm overlooking. In chat, let me know what I'm forgetting here if there was anything big.
Are you gonna watch it again when we finish?
Yeah, I like to watch. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it again. And the big compliment I'm gonna give this show is Mandalorians 1 through 3. I could watch them like once to like twice, or watch them twice probably, and I'm pretty good for a very long time. I've been watching this one like I used to watch Clone Wars. Like this show is working for me like Clone Wars. That's where in the sense that I rewatched like episode 5 like 4 times. Like I really, really dig it. And I'm just like for like what it is. I know like yeah, and then people can be like, oh, member berries. Yeah, you can let the South Park guys do all of your critical analysis for you if you want. That's fine. But it does it well.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it done poorly, and I've seen it this doing it pretty well. So it's the end question is what Garth Knight is asking, what's the power source Balin seeks? And like what what I mean? Like I don't think they're just gonna do a Kyber crystal idea where he just gets the fucking thing and it's like, now I have unlimited power. No, let me time travel.
Time travel. He's gonna get a DeLorean.
That's what everybody who was stealing my content, my work, was taking it to mean. Remember they were taking it.
Yeah, I know. I was stealing
Star Wars multiverse. Oh, are you the one from those comic book sites that were doing that?
That was someone's got to pay the bills. It ain't your viewers, I need to make real money. I gotta steal and abuse your info. That's how you do it. Like
Salvador says his
begging for $3.
Are Acrothropod, Cloth Thou, and Lycosis? I don't know. I guess. I mean, I just call them weird ass bitches because that's what
they're my sisters.
They're those sand crabs you could get at the fair, the Del Mar Fair, right? Remember they had like little. You can get those back in the day.
Jake says, I'm curious what Thrawn needs the magic for now. Like, we know he's reanimating his troops, but why does he need it again for Ahsoka? And that's the thing is that's what I had heard, right? And everything is pointing towards that being where this is going. But I was still hoping like there would be like that smoking gun at the end. We kind of get it when he says like, I need the thread, again. And so I'm thinking that that must be like he needs to reinvigorate his troops and he has a troop problem. He mentions like he can't spare them. He's rationing the troops he has for what's going on and shit like that. But I'm guessing that when you have Ahsoka Tano is going to show up, it's going to make some problems. Question
rationing the troops. They've got a bad case of chlamydia, boning the night.
Hey, speak up, Thrawn. We can't fucking hear you back here in the back, dude. What'd you say again? Say it again.
Because of X.
Dude, I can't hear you, man. Like these helmets, they don't work anymore. Like
take your earphones out. Take them out.
No, I still can't hear you, dude.
I said Kathleen Kennedy smells of yeast and trickery. Yeah.
But anyways, I am kind of the opinion that maybe we're going to see this sort of fracture into 3 different factions of Thrawn, who wants to take the magic that they got there and take it back home in some way. Then we have the mercenary Jedi who clearly want it for their own agenda. But I mean, I don't know, when it's just power, I'm like, well, power without direction or any kind of like manifestation of an example of it is just like, oh, okay, what does it do? Is it fucking make your wildest dreams come true? Is it fucking Leprechaun? You know, is it what's it gonna do? Like, so right
Warwick
now,
Davis shows up as Leprechaun.
Warwick in the hood, Leprechaun in the hood. And then I actually like that one too. It's pretty fun. But and then we have the Jedi Ezra and Sabine now, who are just like obviously just don't want bad things to happen. Those are our heroes, right? So I'm curious though, is if as this goes on, if Sabine and Ezra are going to be conflicted and pulled into Balin's stuff. I'm thinking right now that Balin only brought Homegirl with him because it was going to end up being like somebody he could flip to his side for his agenda, like in the big picture. That's not a good tactical move, even if it's just a Padawan. Like, why would you in your like, was it really going to live up to the deal for a part of it? You know, it was kind of like not clear if he was going to, but he did. But it does seem like he has it. I think he has a plan there, you know, with them. And but obviously we won't know more about that until the next episodes.
Right.
And,
how many more are there? 2 or 3?
Two more. That was 6. We got 7 and 8. And I've been under the impression, especially after the last episode, that these last 3 are just all kind of like their own movie at the end, their own like fantasy horror kind of thing.
I feel like this should still be a 10 or 12 episode thing. Just saying, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's designed to be at least 16 episodes in the end. So that's where it'll go 16 to 24 in the end.
Have you watched them all, like from 1 to current?
I've done 1 through 5. Yeah, I watched it and I appreciated it more. On the week to week, the first episodes are really slow because it's like he wants to make a movie. He wants it to be a movie, and it's just like that setting up slow kind of like pace thing. And then, but like I said last week, and Rob I think of Clerks every time I say it, but the show snowballs, and as it gets, you know, more impacted, momentum is building, and it's good. And then it took us to this moment right here, and then I think from here we'll probably go into a obviously some kind of war, and I'm guessing that many rock hermit crab people will die. You know, become
lunch. My friend Michael, my roommate, my ex-roommate, was just gonna binge watch the show, but I told him, "I'll just watch this," and then now it's like he's watching every week.
I'm gonna be honest though, Max. Like, I talked to 2 separate normies this week, and they've all said they're waiting to binge it. That's weird, right? Like, these aren't like, I'm not saying these aren't people who are watching. They don't know these other Star Wars shows. They don't know who Kung Fu Mason is. You know, they don't know any of this stuff, right? Like, they're just normies. Yeah. And I'm like, maybe I wonder what the viewership will be like after it's all out. Right? You know what I mean? If people are waiting, some of them, I'll just wait till it's all out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I think the thing is that the show's good, so he wants to check out the next week. And
Yeah, Cassian says
etc.
it reminded him a bit of Leia meeting the Ewoks, and then he's talking about Sabine, and that is sort of what Filoni is going for in that moment. Is that she pushes the space dog away, the space dog sticks with her, and then for just being semi-compassionate and not like killing it or making it run away, like really scaring it away, it ends up kicking over the rock that delivers her the little people that then take her to her friend who she's looking for. So it is that same kind of like motif, you know, very fairy tale like once again. And so yeah, but I thought the little crab people though, it was like interesting, but there wasn't a lot there. They didn't really do a lot with it yet. Maybe more comes in the future. I don't know. When we first got there though, when we first meet Ezra and he's just like hanging out there and being like, hey, I'm a cool guy, you know, doing that whole thing.
I was waiting for them to curl up like a pill bug and roll like they would like in a Jim Henson thing. You know what I mean?
I think it would have been cool if Ezra picked up a big shell and put it on. It's like, I'm one of them now. Like, no. He's like, I have assimilated. It's like he's gone native, and it's fucking weird because
there was
I'm a lobster's witness. You have converted.
But they actually did.
I'm only 20 years old, you know, or how long's he been there? 10 years? How long?
Don't worry, I'm just a crab person now. I'm not doing the shocker.
Yeah, he moves his fingers like he has Vulcan sign, right? Like turtle hands. Right? Yeah, the Vulcan thing. Yeah. Sorry, Max.
No, there were some species or creatures that rolled around in the Clone Wars. You remember?
Rock Lords?
They're furry. The furry guys.
You're thinking of the lemurs.
They tuck and roll.
They were that was a lemur concept from Revenge of the Sith for the Utapauans. And then they made them like I think Scottish space monkeys in the end or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think something like that.
Yeah.
Which might be Baymax. That could be Baymax. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was those guys or Baymax. But
no, she doesn't have crabs.
Same difference.
She has lobsters.
Lobster boy. But yeah.
Right,
Garth's like, I want Enoch to play a pivotal role. Oh man, how many in Rian Johnson trilogy? Maybe he could be could pilot a gold DeLorean like Rob mentioned.
Yeah.
I once again I'm curious if that guy or I'm not really sure, but I'm curious if he was supposed to have gone there with them and just got all fucking, got blinged out while he was there, like started a rap career and then rose up the ranks and was able to afford a $250,000 mask. Like maybe that happened to him, or is he a guy who he just like Thrawn met him, then he's like, yo, you my boy, you should join me in my crib, and he was like, cool, and then they just like became fast friends.
Which one? Who are you talking about?
Enoch. Where the fuck is he from? Like, what's his deal?
The gold face.
Yeah, Destro.
Yeah, it's very interesting concept of. I don't know. This is sorry.
He's from the planet Hans Zimmer, right?
Yeah.
In the Ridley Galaxy.
Ooh, so I want to make it shimmer like Zimmer, is what he would say.
Shimmer like Zimmer. I like that.
Some of this, well, actually, a lot of this is new to me because I haven't been following like the spoilers and stuff as much.
Fuck you, Max. What the hell?
I've been busy.
Yeah. You're why our numbers are down, Max. You know how much ad revenue you supply in this show? For the
every time I think, what's Max going to think about this report? Maybe she'll text me and tell me, wow, that really knocked my socks off. But you know,
don't go there.
That Chick-fil-A, right? Not thinking about anything Star Wars related.
No.
Banana milkshake. Banana milkshake.
No, I'll text and he won't reply.
Oh. No. But you have a good thing of texting me when I'm about to get downtown to Chinatown. You have you're like, oh, it's in the air. What's going on? What do you think about Cassian Andor? You think he?
I can feel Jason coming I was like, in the air tonight.
Oh my god,
so hard. What?
No, don't. Phil Collins makes it go inside like a hermit crab.
Like a noti.
I'm gonna get noti tonight. That's what he used to say, and he puts a little hermit crab thing on him, goes around naked around Lucasfilm. He goes, "I'm naked here under this rock. Don't lift it up. You might see something. I'm noti," and they put it in the show.
my God.
My Star Wars friend growing up, his dad, he looked like Undertaker with a beard, right? His dad, and he'd never speak to me. But for one day he found out I really liked. I was watching a Stevie Ray Vaughan documentary.
You should have spoken to him like you were Paul Bearer. He probably would have been like, "Oh yeah."
I know I should have. And we made friends. But he had this joke he kept making that he just loved. I just laughed with him. But he was like, we're naked under all these clothes, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so we would just do that in the stupidest voices. We would all just find a different voice. And
Rob, he was trying to molest you, dude.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Yeah.
He was trying to molest
me.
You don't hang out with that guy anymore.
I was gonna get Enoch.
He knocked up.
Yeah. They're naked under all these red bandages, right?
You know what would be cool is if all the Stormtroopers look like Eddie Van Halen's guitar, and they did it. But yeah, BDSM bondage.
I'm a Hagar guy, Jason. I'm sorry, I don't like that. Yeah, pound
Right.
cake.
Sorry, I just listened to Steve Vai. Okay, cool, man. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting choice to not to introduce Stormtroopers that look like somebody just fucking pranked them with tape. Run around the thing going, ah! And then like ran away and to like not explain it.
Well, it's not a dissimilar. It's not a dissimilar look from the red cracked helmet that JJ gave.
Yeah.
Kylo,
yeah, that's what in the report that I did. I was like, they're like Kitsigi Stormtroopers. They have like this gold filament with this like red bands around them, and as you can see, like there is one. They did one really good shot where you can see the gold like shimmering like Zimmer in there, but it was Baymax brought it all full circle. Ultimate Warrior troops.
Right.
You don't think it was kind of like the Clone Wars? I mean, the Clone Troopers a little bit, like, and then kind of like the Death Troopers from that book, the horror book.
Yeah, it was definitely has those kind of vibes to it. I mean, like when you see it, they've been put back together like so many times, or you could see how messed up it all is, and then like I said, I had heard that each one of those bands is a hex that the witches put onto the body of the Stormtrooper.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it's like it's weird because like this is bullshit. It's all fake. But you start to make assumptions, and then you're like, well, okay, was that right? Is that really what that is? But yeah, but the assumption is that they are on like literally dead Stormtroopers, and that they have been those hexes have brought them back to life. I think when we see them in the episode, they're a little worse for wear. Maybe the power fades over time or something. And so I think when he's like, before we go, I need you to do the thread again. And so I think that they're going to go through and they're going to like tie the threads around them all and make them, tip top fighting force. Hey, what's up, Enoch? But yeah, anyways, so that's what we think is going on there. And so what does Balin want with that? If is that the power Balin wants? Because those witches, though, aren't going to be like, oh, yeah, the Jedi. I mean, they're like, ew, Jedi stinky. Like, that's how they treated Sabine when she showed up, When I was like, yeah, she's pretty fine, though. I mean, you might want to, like, see what's going on. Like maybe she's into you. But, so anyways, though, yeah, I don't know if Balin's after something different than that. Or something.
No, he wants something on the planet. He wants to get away from it. If he wanted what they already had, he wouldn't be. You know what I mean? He would be like, we got to get back to the thing. Like he wants whatever he wants is on the planet. It's not what they're currently using on the temple.
But what if it's like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? What if it's like they take the cup of Christ and pour it on the wound and it works in that place? What if it's like they're taking these bandages, putting them in water, holy water, blessed water, tying it on? And what if he's just going to go there and like,
I don't know if you know this,
Santa's
been dead for 3,000 years. That red hat is actually a hex bandage. It's just been keeping him You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why he wears all that red. It just keeps him animated. He's really a zombie.
He's actually
a zombie leaving toys in your house.
He's a cryptozoology creature, really, when we get down to it. But
yeah.
Darth Knight, thank you for the $4.99 super chat, bud. He says, yeah, those witches look like Van Halen's Diver Down album. Thank you. Yes, that's 100% like what I think of. And something tells me Filoni's like, ooh, jump, and he likes Van Halen, and he's like, I'm gonna make Van Halen Stormtroopers.
Everybody wants some.
Yeah.
Wants some tea.
I bet you though, like Filoni loves Van Halen, but I bet he loves like the shit stuff like Right Now. Like he's like right now is the best Van Halen song. I bet you that's what he'd say.
I know what he'd say. He'd be like, just keep making sequels. Van Halen 9, Van Halen 12, and you can just jump ahead to like 16, and then we can just like pretend what happened in the middle.
Where is Dave? Is he in McDonald's or Sonic or something?
In and out.
Oh, is that? I've never been in and out.
Right, that's what he gets. He gets in, he gets out.
You haven't? You've never been to one?
There's like 3 or 4 in Houston. I just went through the drive-through.
It's good. It's good.
It's okay.
Overrated. Big time overrated. Like it's not the best thing you're ever gonna have.
Yeah.
But it's good.
No, I'll say this about In-N-Out. No one ever says In-N-Out 1 actually the advertising looks like the food you get, and has consistently for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Like I've never been to an In-N-Out and been like, oh, that isn't In-N-Out. However, how many times have you gone to a place and you're like, not this place? They fucked all this up. It's never happened.
Yeah.
Never had to happen at In-N-Out. So
do you guys have a Whataburger?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could get it's cheaper at In-N-Out, really. It's fairly cheap.
What is cheap?
Whataburger, I spend $10. I can get $5. Get whatever. Yeah.
Those are fighting words.
They have the Wonder Woman logo. That's why you like. Whataburger's in King of the Hill, Jason. You can see it in the background.
Yeah.
It's good.
James says Filoni is a big Gary Sharon fan. When the guy from Extreme was in Raylan. Oh man! Remember when Extreme had that guitar player named like Nanu? I think his name was Nanu or something.
Nanu. Yeah, love that show. I want to fly in an egg.
So Baymax says that Sabine talking to Thrawn was like a Hannibal Colonel Decker exchange. Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering if when we got to Ezra, if they were gonna go like Apocalypse Now with him a little bit though, or but instead he was just like, I'm cool.
You think Balin needs to like sacrifice his student? So there's got to be a sacrifice to get power, right? Someone's got to be sacrificed. There's always a trick. No one shows up and drinks from there's always a trick. And I'm like, you think you'll have to kill her?
I'd be like, Shin, I think we need to make a baby. I think that's what this needs.
Trained you to be something more. Now bend over. Like, no. No. Santa's like, oh no. Runs to the...
I have given so much on this quest. I was paid for power. Like, oh shit, that Jedi did really give up a lot for this quest. But
I like the idea of Hadi. I don't like the reality.
I mean, but like it's from where the show starts to where it's at now. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It was actually building towards something. That something is weird. It's interesting. If the zombie thing does 100% pan out, we end up with zombies around Halloween, which is kind of nice, for Star Wars to have lined something up kind of in that room. No, Junior Jingles, it's Nanu Betancourt, not Nuno. Nanu.
Nuno.
Come on. But
anyway, look, I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy it, and I can recommend it. Like this is a fun show. This is cool stuff. It's fun.
Yeah.
I just think like I can easily see how some people could watch this and go, "Can you just get on with it? Can you put the whole season?" Like sometimes you feel like you're dragging out something. So can't really escape that one. But at the same time, I enjoy watching it. So what does it matter?
Yeah.
So, and I love the sound design, like across the board.
Yeah.
Just little shit like when she's in the prison cell and you hear the sound. I mean, look, it's all stuff they used to do in Star Wars movies. They just don't seem to do much these days, and the sound is there. So, it makes a difference. Yeah. Matter of fact, with that music that the Kiner did, like, them witches could be really dumb without it. You know what I mean? Like, don't underestimate that stuff,
Yeah.
That could come off weird sometimes.
Yeah, like it's like something I'm kind of conflicted about from the episode was the bandits. The bandits show up and it's like it's very, very samurai, like cheap samurai movie looking. It reminds me of like an 80s post-apocalyptic movie kind of costumes, the way that they show up.
No.
What
what was that song, dude? Oh man. 1982. What was that fucking song with chick that was almost in Van Halen?
A chick was almost in Van Halen? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Remember she was like she did the music video where they're all dressed up like
I don't know. You talking about Hot for Teacher?
No.
No. But
she was almost in Van Halen.
But point being is that it looked like in some ways it was like cheap, but in some ways it had that like Conan the Barbarian quality.
I'm a warrior, right?
That
warrior.
Okay.
I am a warrior.
Patty Smythe?
Patty Smythe. Little Patty Smythe-ish.
There we go. There. Thank you, Red Bud Music Studios at 7:59 p.m. Garth Knight, thank you for the super chat again. Says straight up, this was my favorite episode of the season, and me too. I mean, like when I heard an overview of the show, this was the stuff that was intriguing to me. This is the stuff that I was like asking questions about and elaborating on, and it wasn't the earlier stuff. Although this was fine, it played well. Although the earlier stuff could have really sucked, considering what it does but it was handled very well. It was
especially with that New Republic nonsense,
Yeah, that stuff can be very, very grating, and it wasn't too bad for the most part.
The New Republic sucks, kind of.
New Republic fucking does suck. I can't wait for the First Order to come and just fuck them up now. Like whenever I watch Episode 7 now, I'm like, fuck them up, get them, ice cream eating bastards. It's like, and then they remember that 80s movie where they like nuked America and then they were like skeletons. They go, remember that?
No.
Oh, it was like it was like a Cold War, like it was like a movie event. Like people were really freaked out by it. It's like around the time
that was on TV. It was a TV.
yeah,
movie.
It was a TV movie. Yeah, it was on TV. It's on regular TV, and but anyways, that's what I want to happen. But
I am a warrior, right? Yeah.
There we go. Rob, you got
That's Sabine. She's listening to that the whole time.
She is.
Yeah.
Right? Just put that music over her fight. You'll see. I'm not wrong.
Do it. Oh, you know what? You gave me an idea. Thanks.
Yeah. There you go.
What if the power that's there though is the power that Palpatine was promising Anakin?
How to raise your bitch? Right? Like when your bitch dies, you can just bring her back.
In VR? Yeah.
I mean,
is it really
my bitches? You meant no witches, Palps. We meant witches. Oh shit!
It's not abuse if you resurrect the master. Palpatine, I don't think that's how it works, dude. Trust me. No, you know what? I'm not listening to you on this one, dude. Sorry.
My name is Shiv. I don't know why it's funny, but it is. Shit.
I thought it was kind of one of the things I thought. I don't know if it was. I think it was by design, probably. But Balin and Anakin say the same thing. They both think they're great, something greater. You're more because I'm more, like that kind of thing. They both are saying like that same thing to their apprentice. The size apprentice-ticles. That's
I
right.
told you this show should be called Master and Apprentice or something like a Rule of Two or some shit like that. Like Ahsoka.
Ooh, I think we should call it Little Tiny Slaves. No, Pony. We're not doing it, dude.
Or the Ezra Bridger show. Like you said this afternoon, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Was it today?
No,
yesterday.
The Bridgers of Ezerton County. James says, it's the power of voodoo. Who do you do? It's the power of the babe.
Power of the babe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The babe or the vein?
Depends on what you're looking at when David Bowie's singing that song. You could
couldn't
definitely see some veins in that wiener. That's how much of that wiener you can see in Labyrinth when he's singing that song.
I couldn't hear everything in my earpiece.
I don't know. Did you get Shinchi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, though. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. But yeah. Anybody else have anything else that we should hit on? Anything before we go? I mean, this was kind of a straightforward, a little broody, a little walking down the street episode. You know. Hey, what are you eating? What you got? Little baby cupcake? Oh man, we got baby cupcakes, guys.
I want one.
I gotta go. We got baby cupcakes. This kid just wants to come and eat baby cupcakes in front of everybody. To be like, yeah, look at
Sounds
me.
like an episode of Mando.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry.
I think she should get bangs, and I should grow this out a little bit more, and we should be Balin and Shin for Halloween. I think we could do it, Penny. I think we could pull it off.
Does she like Shin?
You like Shin? Yeah, like Ahsoka.
Same.
Like Ahsoka, like Sabine. Yeah, but Shin, you're like kind of a jerk with bangs, a little bit.
A jerk with bangs.
I'm just saying, if you had those bangs, you could be mean to everybody. You could be like, and people just be like, "Hey, it's the bangs talking." Just saying, it's possible. But yeah, I know this has been a very Van Halen episode, and I don't even like Van Halen either. One of my favorite stories is Kurt Cobain had Eddie Van Halen visit, but behind the when they're playing at the Forum, I think, and he wanted to like come on stage with them, and they're like, "We're not going to let coked out Eddie Van Halen play with us. We're Nirvana. We're a punk band more than
Nirvana."
And but they pulled out deodorant, and like Eddie's all like messed up off his rocker, like drunk and stuff, and Kurt takes white deodorant. And he rubs it all over his nose when he tells him to smell it. And he's walking around with deodorant on his nose like he's been doing coke. And yeah, and he was looking at Pat Smear going, "Let me take the Mexican's place." It's kind of a piece of shit. Like the way, you know what I mean, the way he was doing it. And like Pat Smear was like, that's like his hero. It's like a big, like, huge bummer, you know. But anyways, yeah, jerk bangs, Penny. It's important that you get them. Yeah, I mean, if I could do it, I'd get them too. Like we could both do shin bangs,
You could totally like glue some tracks to your forehead.
I'm gonna after Max takes me to a turkey and I get plugs. That's actually when I get cool bangs.
Actually, you know what?
Uh-huh.
I have my friend is the manager of a surgeon who does cosmetic. I'm not lying.
Tell him to give me the plugs. Her and give me a butt implant too. I want a big old fucking Jennifer Lopez ass. No,
do you?
No. I'll take the plugs though.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I would do it.
She's like, do you have like any people?
Oh, I'd fucking do it in a second. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'm not. You know what?
It's inexpensive.
God took my hair, and I will take it back from God using science. And
Elon Musk can do it. So can Jason.
You know? Right? I know.
So it's inexpensive in the package. Like they pay for your hotel, like your stay and your travel. No, not your travel.
So you pay for it, just part of the package. Like,
but
you don't pay for shit.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not expensive. It's very affordable.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I would do it. I would do it. Have Max me. Max, do they speak English over there like pretty well, or do you need to learn Turkish like to get around?
Some people don't.
Like she's Turkish
a little bit.
Because I was talking to Rob, and I was like, we should watch Turkish Star Wars with Max.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God,
Patreon.
That's horrible.
Yeah, no, but you could tell us what they're saying, maybe.
Oh, I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
It's
not
definitely
that
gonna be a horrible experience.
I've watched it several times throughout my life. I don't know what they're saying. I just dun, 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 Flash. And you're like, why is Flash playing? You know, and
oh my gosh,
Indiana Jones music and stuff. It's hilarious. I love. If you guys haven't seen Turkish Star Wars, definitely watch Turkish Star Wars. I'm not
It's
telling you what
awful.
drugs to do while you watch it, but definitely do drugs while you watch it. It's the only way to enjoy it. But
It's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, well, I'm happy. I had a good week. It was a good episode. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10 probably.
How about a thumbs up or thumbs down? Let's just make it very simple.
Wait, do I do 2 or 1? Do I get a choice of 2?
Sure.
Or is it just 1?
It
Or is it
doesn't matter.
like down this? Like what is this? What is the thumb scale? Is it
It's up, down, left, right.
So like 2 thumbs up is like really, really good. 1 thumb up is like
so we're going Siskel and Ebert.
cool. Yeah.
I give it 2
like,
thumbs up.
Thumbs down is like way down.
I give it 2 thumbs up. A Mando episode last season probably like this, but I give this 2 thumbs up. And
there was one episode last season I could give Mando I'm not saying the visual effects, I'm saying the show itself. There wasn't 1 thumbs up for me. I was like, yeah, no.
What about your head up, Benny?
But this one, is a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I don't have the emotional attachment to Spreezy standing there waiting for some chick to notice him. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, yeah, all right, like
yeah.
Now that they're together, do the kung fu. I just wanted to see the kung fu. Do the kung fu. Show her the kung fu.
Yeah. I know. For a second, when Sabine pulled out the lightsaber, I thought that's how they were gonna know it was like Ezra's friend, but obviously, that can't happen. You know what I mean? No, he doesn't have a lightsaber. So what do you want? KG says Penny is eating another butt cheek flavored cupcake.
Oh,
it's a butt cheek.
She approves. This is the joke she was waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, well, it was good to hang out with you for a bit.
Same.
It's
good.
And,
I am the warrior.
And hi to everyone that said hi in the chat. I couldn't log in.
And since I think episode 5 was definitely better than episode 6. Episode 5 is like the very special episode. Like it's the episode 5. Like what's gonna be better than that in a lot of ways? Like when you get down to it, like that's like a feature.
They need more member berries to care, Jason. They need more.
But I'm not against it. It was done with class. If you do it with class, it's fine. It's like there's ways.
Classy, not trashy.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about, Max.
I know what I'm talking trashy.
But everyone was Terrace classy fighting.
No one buys a book how to pick up classy women, Max. All right.
That's why I said. That's why I said trashy.
You want
a woman of the night sisters.
Yes.
What? But it was. I mean, for where it's going, I think you have the first part of the show, which is just like I said, dealing with shit. Then you have the Anakin episode, and then now we have our last part, our last little trajectory here, which is going to lead to this conflict and the galaxy getting Thrawn back in their lives again. Daddy's home. So, anyways, if you guys are watching this later on, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought. Thanks everybody hanging out in the chat with us today. Thank you for the super chats, Garth. Super appreciated. Thank you everybody who's a channel member and all that jazz. Thank you, James, for being a channel member. And Mumbo Jimbo. Okay. Well, hold on. Before we go, because Mumbo Jimbo is a channel member, we're going to answer this. What does everyone think member berries actually taste like? Strawberry, blueberry, beef liver? I think it tastes like Jedi rocks and Kool-Aid.
Panda Express.
Jedi pop rocks popping on your tongue.
Panda Express.
Panda Express?
Yeah. That's why George is always eating them.
Orange chicken?
Yeah. Tastes like orange chicken. Yeah.
He doesn't need to put sweet and sour sauce on the orange chicken. It's already sweet, George.
No. He likes it saucy. Like that's how I like it. Saucy.
It tastes like. No, I'm not gonna say. I can't say.
It tastes like the 70s, Max. Sadly, yeah.
70s.
Mm-hmm.
Lego really quickly asked, though, not a channel member, but we'll answer. Will Mother Talzin appear? As far as like I know, she's dead. So I don't know if there's going to be any kind of
resurrection. I don't
homage
even know.
to her.
Like,
And I think when we saw those 3 witches at the start there, that would have been the moment maybe if they were going to do it. So I'm going to bet against that. Whoa, sorry, Max.
No, I noticed that they called them he called
Mothers.
them like the grandmothers.
I think call them mo-fuckers.
Grandmothers.
I heard
The
mo-fuckers.
witch just says bad motherfucker on it.
It
That's
said
what it is.
grandmothers because
Okay.
I saw.
Okay, so
I saw.
You know what? You're right. It wasn't motherfuckers. It was definitely
Grandmothers. Grandmother
Grandma.
fuckers.
grandma. He called them Mima.
Grandma.
He called them Mima.
Grandma fuckers. Grandma. There's a thing there. I haven't worked it out. I'm workshopping it.
It's all right.
But
No, like this is a fun episode. You know, I doubt they're gonna fucking add new characters. You know, going into the last 2 episodes, it's not the time to add new characters at this point. You know,
No.
it's kind of.
No, we have essentially a 2-part finale to get to.
Yeah. So
For all,
And like
all
a cliffhanger, you think?
with like Stallone, that movie
At the end of the
They're
second.
making part 2. We heard
it's a
about
little
it.
over the top, don't you think, Jason?
Let's see what you
What?
did there, buddy.
But
You took first blood on that one, not me. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
yeah, well, you know, them jokes are expendable, Jason. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I saw what you did.
He wants
All
to
right,
spend
we're gonna hit the town, do a little tango, right? Spend a
Mhm.
little cash. Right.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Stop, or my mom will shoot. I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go. It's not about spaceships. Hey!